Hey, what's going on, guys? Benjamin McCray here. Just wanted to go live with a video. I'm so excited about this information. I have lots of conversations with people in regards to money, finances, and cash flow, and how to increase their cash flow, and really just conversations on how money works. I work with a lot of individuals in regards to becoming entrepreneurs. And one of the things I share with them is the power of network marketing. Guys, I'm an absolute advocate of network marketing. And as my mentor said, Eric Worre, network marketing is not perfect. It's just better. And I'm going to explain that to you in just a few slides where using the cash flow quadrant, which is from Robert Kiyosaki. Think the cash flow quadrant. Robert Kiyosaki is the author of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, which most people are familiar with. I love his second book he came out with, which is Cash Flow Quadrant, which he talks about. There's four different quadrants where money is flowing from, and I want to really go over this, and I'm going to talk about how using the model of network marketing, you can put yourself in an amazing position. So you have the employee quadrant, which is where most people are. You simply have a job, and there's nothing wrong with having a job. This is not a job bashing video whatsoever. But there's something very wrong with just having a job. And I tell people this all the time. In this environment, this economy, it's financially irresponsible not to have a home-based business. Please make a note of that. So you have the E quadrant where you're trading time for money. You go to work, you get paid. You don't go to work, you don't get paid. But then you have the S quadrant, the excited pioneer, the self-employed. I'm going to own my own job. I can do what you're doing. I'm going to start my own. I was a self-employed. I never forget when I went out and I started my first business, which was a janitorial company, and I was the marketing guy. I was the troubleshooter. I was everything, accountant, and I was the guy swinging the mop at night. And that's that self-employed. You now own the job, where on the left side of the quadrant, you're always trading time for money. Okay, nothing wrong with it, but there's a better side. You want to get on the right side of money. Literally, you see what I did there, right? Becoming a business owner where you now have systems and leverage. You own the system and you have individuals that you have the ability to leverage where you're not doing all the work. You want to become a business owner, which allows you to get the freedom and the ability to scale, to leverage, and then have unlimited amount of income. See, when you're an employee and self-employed, it relies on your efforts, and you can only do but so much. That's why an average self-employed individual, whether they're a barber, a hair salon, a stylist, a dentist, a mechanic, these are those self-employed who stay in that S quadrant, mom and pop models. They can only make and earn as much as they can use their hands. Understand this, guys. A psychiatrist uses their mind, but is self-employed. Average anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000, 250,000 if you're real good. But most likely $50,000 to $100,000 is that pay scale. And of course, we already know as an employee, you're simply trading time for money. You clock in, you get paid, you clock out, you don't get paid. There's very limitations based on what the business owner puts on you as an employee. But once you move over to the right side of that money, guys, man, this thing gets exciting. As a business owner, you have unlimited amount of income that you start generating. Why? Because you're using systems and you're using leverage from other people's efforts. And now you have all that extra discretionary income, which moves you to the I quadrant as an investor. Now you put money to work for you. Now you're making money in your sleep for real, where you're simply telling your money to go to work and bring you back more money. I like to use this slide here where this is the flow of everything. So let me give you how I tie this into network marketing. And this is major. See, most people want to go into business for themselves. And especially in the environment that we're in right now, we want to go into business for yourself. You want to open up a restaurant, you want to open up a nightclub, you want to go out and open up a whatever. Most conventional businesses require a lot of time, a lot of capital, in some cases, a lot of skills, okay, overhead, all those things that stop people from one, going into business, and two, is a little bit risky. See, most, and unfortunately, many businesses go out of business. About 80% of businesses fail. So putting a lot of capital up front in this uncertain economy sometimes is not a wise thing to do. However, of course, if you're in a position to do it, you want to do it. But this is why I love network marketing. Let's use an example of opening up a franchise, let's say a McDonald's franchise, versus opening up a network marketing business. I'll give you another example. I love this. And I'll never forget, one of my mentors used this example, and it's perfect for this. Becoming a real estate agent or a real estate broker, let's say a real estate investor, okay? You're now a real estate investor. You're in the business of investing in real estate. You're consuming and purchasing homes, okay? And that's going to be a good market because a lot of houses right now, unfortunately, in this environment, when the correction takes place, people are losing cars. I just read an article about the used car bubble is bursting, and people are going to lose houses, unfortunately. And those who are in position with capital, cash flow, will have the ability to consume that which what other people are losing. It's called a wealth shifting. Okay, so here's what I'll share with you. You have a real estate investor, you have a network marketer. Now, here's the E quadrant. You go from the E quadrant to the S quadrant to the B quadrant to the I. So just to give an example, and it won't go with this slide, I did an audible, stick with me here. So a real estate investor's ultimate goal is to consume a piece of property. Let's just say it's a $70,000 home. Okay, very hard to find those in this economy because everything's overpriced. But let's just say it's a $70,000 home. You consume that home, you put up $10,000, you go in and put $50,000 into the house to bring it up to par, do some light repair, and then you rent that house out to a tenant. You charge them $1,500 a month in rent, and they're paying their mortgage, your mortgage for you, which is great. And hopefully you'll get $150 for that home. That's cash flow. Sweet. I've had that portfolio of properties before 2008. That's awesome. So here's the deal. You consume that home. You put up 10,000, actually 50,000 after repairs or less. It depends on the home. And that house hopefully brings you back a return of $150 a month after the mortgage, the insurances, the plumbing, the maintenance, and all that takes place. You're cash flowing $150, let's just say up to $500 a month or what have you. Awesome. You can only consume but so many homes. Understand this, after your credit has been extended, of course, you put yourself in a position as a business owner, so you have other types of leverages, but let's just say that one home consumption is in your portfolio. Now let's compare it to network marketing. This is huge. And when he said this, it blew my mind. See, network marketing, instead of consuming homes, we partner up with business partners. We build alliances so that one individual that you partner up with who joins into your network, your business, guess what? You don't have to pay to get that person in business. They pay for the business. They put themselves, and we help them motivate and train them and prepare them to have success. And we put them in a position for success. And now that one individual in network marketing that we help is bringing you and can bring you not just hundreds of dollars, but thousands of dollars every single month in what we call overrides, leveraged income. And here's the beauty of that. You can get hundreds and thousands of business partners to come on board and override that production, because you're training, you're teaching, you're supporting, compared to getting one house, 10 houses, 20 houses. Let's say you get 10 houses and you're only getting 150 from each of those houses. I mean, you really, that's not a lot of cash flow. It's good cash flow, but in order to increase your cash flow, you're going to have to go and get, guess what? More houses, put more risk on you in terms of taking on more equity. And there's nothing wrong with this. I'm simply doing a comparison compared to you recruiting 10 people, and they go and recruit 10 people, and they go recruit 10 people. Now you got over 1,000 people that you're overriding. And in 1,000 people, you could be bringing in thousands. The company I'm involved in now, you have 1,000 people on your team. You're talking about bringing in at least $650 a day, 5 figures a month, and you didn't put up no money. You just simply put yourself in a position to be in a business. So we always say network marketing is the ultimate leverage. You have the ability to build a big business and part-time. You can build network marketing is like a franchise without the franchise investment, overhead, and headaches. This is what I always tell people. Going back to what I was starting with, you could buy a McDonald's franchise. You spend, over $1 million, and you got to be over $1 million liquid. You're confined to 4 walls. You got overhead, licensing fees, licensing insurances, and screaming teenagers stealing your chicken McNuggets. I work for McDonald's. I know what we do back there. So that's McDonald's. You're confined to a corner, 4 walls, screaming teenagers, overhead, and eventually you can build yourself in that space to make a strong 6-figure income for that franchise. I think the average McDonald's franchisor makes about $250,000 a year. The last time I checked, that may have changed. Compared to, and if they want to increase their income, guess what they have to do? Get another McDonald's franchise and go through, again, the liabilities and the stresses of opening up another franchise. That's a comparison. And in most cases, right now, in a troubled, uncertain economy, you don't want to do that. Whether it's a franchise, conventional business, I want to share with you how network marketing, you put up a couple of $100 and you start building out a business nationwide. There's no restriction to territory. And you help other people, and you put yourself in a position to build a 6-figure, 7-figure income, which is absolutely amazing, guys. Network marketing is not perfect, but it's simply better. I encourage you to get back with me, subscribe to my YouTube page, and come back to get more information and more content that'll help you. If you're looking for more information about an opportunity, go to benjaminmccrae.com. That's benjaminmccrae.com to learn more. Thank you so very much, guys, and take care.